All right. Today's short lesson is on Pythagorean theorem. We've talked a little bit about this. So you guys know the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And during block, we are going to look at how that comes to be and how that works. But for right now, we get the basics down. So we have the legs and then we have the hypotenuse. The important thing you should know is that a lot of things, but not one important thing. Many important things. One is the hypotenuse. That's kind of the thing that makes the Pythagorean theorem. What is the hypotenuse? Well, the hypotenuse is our c. Is our c value, or as we know, it is the one that's opposite the right angle. Opposite the right angle. The hypotenuse is also the longest side. Good, well said. And the legs in our Pythagorean theorem are a and b. And a and b are interchangeable, meaning it doesn't matter which one you declare as a and which one you declare as b. But the legs are known as the sides that create the 90-degree angle. Questions? Okay, good. So, moving on then, let's look at a pretty basic problem here. We know that in telling you solve for x, what's opposite the right angle? What is this? This is our c. So that means we have a and b. It doesn't matter which one is a and which one is b. So I'm just going to make this side a and I'll make this side b. So that means we have, in our Pythagorean theorem of a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Well, we know that a squared, a is 5, b is 12, that equals our x squared. So if we substitute that in, and I'm going to move over here. So if we substitute that in, or I'm sorry, not substitute, if we solve for that, we have 5 squared is 25 plus 144 equals, well, x squared. 25 plus 144, I think that's 169. So then how do we get rid of that squared? Yeah, good. Well said, student 43. We are going to take this opposite, or the square root of both sides. And when we take the square root of that, that cancels out our squared, so we're just left with x equals, and well, the square root of 169, I think we all know, is 13. So your short assignment off of this. I did not give you, so I gave you some numbers here. These are columns. This is our A column, this is our B column, and this is our C column. So you are going to have 4 questions for your online quiz. And those 4 questions are going to ask you what x equals for each one. What x equals. And again, this is your A side. This is your A right here. So A for this first one is 7. For the second one is 1. Third one is x. Fourth one is 4. You got to try and solve for x. So I'll help you out with this first one a little bit. So this one's going to look like 7 squared plus x squared equals 14 squared. So that's our first problem right here. This is number 1. That's what it should look like. So we need to solve for x. So this time, we need to get x by itself. So what are you going to do? Let's think about it. Let's first, we know that 7 squared is 49 plus x squared equals 14 squared. I'm going to do it real quick. My head blew up. Oh, my calculator, my brain working. It gave me 196. And then we should subtract 49 from both sides because we're trying to get x by itself. So we have x squared equals 1. Help me out with that. What does that give me? 1, shout it out. 147, I believe. So x equals the square root of 147. So your job is to simplify this first one and then solve 2, 3, and 4. I will ask for the answers on the homework quiz. Enjoy.